Are we going to be strong enough to survive? This is a really legitimate question to be asking. Are we going to be strong enough to survive what is coming? Now, there's a lot of people who are prepared physically. They are. They got their bug out gear. They got their supplies. They're prepared. Let's just say they are prepared. But are we? Now let's think about it. Let me get this on here. Are we going to be strong enough? Are we going to be strong enough on the inside? Because a lot of things are going to be coming our way. A whole lot. And it's going to really take some mental fortitude up here. Some mental fortitude and some emotional fortitude inside here too. Along with the physical strength. You're going to have spiritual strength. You're going to have to be ready. You're going to have to survive. And now's the training time. Right now, you're in training. You can look at this time that you're in right now as training time. You're going through things. You're seeing what's happening. You're observing. You're taking inventory of what is happening. Mental inventory. Some people could be jotting down what they're seeing happening. You got to be strong. Are you going to be strong enough to survive what's coming and what's already here? Because when it all breaks out, and it's all going to break out. It's slowly breaking out in different areas, but there's going to be one great big cataclysm that is going to occur. One big thing, like a big catapulted all, and then it's like, poof, and then everything's going to spread. It's like, what's it like? It's like when the volcano happens. It like comes up through there. It sprays out, and then the lava starts reaching the areas. Sometimes people evacuate before then because they can't withstand that lava. They cannot withstand it because it's just it's very highly destructive. There are some things on this earth that you can be strong enough for, and there are things on this earth that you can prepare for, emotionally, spiritually, physically. There are, and I really do think that it's I believe that it would be very valuable for you to do such a thing, to make sure you are strong enough to survive. There's a lot of strong people out there, but what, Gina? Well, that's right. There's a second part to it. Just being strong physically and having everything don't mean you're going to make it, because some people's mouth with the wrong attitude can get you in trouble, get you in massive trouble. Sometimes, you got to look at this period right here. For some people, that you need to train that tongue of yours. You need to train that tongue. You need to put a bridle in there. And watch what you say. Watch what you say. Don't let that tongue of yours steer the course of your life in the wrong direction. Or you're not going to be strong enough, because you're not going to have the balance that you really do need on the inside of your being. Am I even live? I want to do a window capture. I think that's what I want to do. I hope I'm live. I can see people over here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring you all up on here. I'm going to do my window capture. I'm bring the live stream up with the window capture so we can see the live stream. We got you on here. Let me put myself over here. You all, we can do it like this because we want to see the live stream. Gina, what? I don't know what I got going on. Let me get this over here. How we doing? I got to get this big enough where you all are at. Are you going to be strong enough? Because only the strong is going to survive. It's really how it is in the real world. Only the strong survive, even in the animal kingdom. Even in the animal kingdom. It's like the lions that battle it out. It is. The species, it's the battle of the fittest. What's it called? The battle of the fittest? Something of the fittest. Let me, what is happening over here? I got so many things that are popping up. No, I don't want your personal data was found on some kind of a data website. Yeah, I gotta just I don't know what that's out. I'm going to close that out. Let me come over here. I'm trying to get over here to this screen. Somebody said, Gina something. Are you going to be, hello there, Melina. Brandy said, you know, only the strong will survive, because I did start going through the comments right there. Out into the darkness and the light, you are mental. Aww. Out of the darkness into the light. Okay. Okay, that's true. That's true. You can see by the comments here, a lot of people are broken. They're on the verge of being broken. And they don't want to be broken. You don't want to be broken. You want to survive. Let me tell you something right now. If you feel like you're on the verge, hello everybody, welcome, of being broken, I want you to know that you can bend. You can bend instead of breaking, okay? You do not. If I had if I had something that would bend, I would bend it, but you don't want to. You don't want to break, because then you're in two pieces. You don't want to do that. You don't have to break. But in the unlikely event that you do, you know, you can be put back together. You can. This can be glued back together. I'm sorry, I snapped my pencil. You can be glued back together and you will still work. In fact, let's think about it this way. Depending on what you use, what is used to glue you back together, you'll be stronger than ever. Stronger than ever, especially in the areas that you got broken into. And to top it up, it can be reinforced. Reinforced in those areas, just like this pencil. It's from the earth. It could have a lot of love on the inside. Love, right there. God's love on the inside, the strongest bond. Healed back together, the love, the forgiveness, all of it, the healing will begin. And it can be reinforced. Reinforced. It'll be stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. And if there ever isn't any other break, you know for a fact it's not going to occur right there. It will not occur right there. That's right. You're going to be stronger than ever. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. If you can bend, you bend. But if you break, I promise you, you're going to get put back together and you're going to be stronger than ever. Don't give up. Only the strong's going to survive. That's right. Tina Thompson is living proof. How many on here can say, I am living proof that I survived? I had to learn to be strong. And even though I got broken, even though I rose from the ashes. I rose from the ashes that remained. A lot of you can say that. A lot of the women can say that. I can say that. You can say that. A lot of the men can say that too. You rose from the ashes. You picked up the fragments. Oh, you took up the fragments of your life, and you are here today. That's right, you are. Only the strong's going to survive, and you can prove right now that you are that strong person. You are the survivor. You are, I love it, Lucy. Lucy, I am a high piece of steel, easy to bend, impossible to break. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's the mentality that we have got to have going forward. Love is, that's what you've been doing since you were 8. Yeah, I got to make this like this so I'm going to put a sharpening thing on here. No. Only the strong will survive, and we got the strong. We have got the strong in here. Giving up, you're not going to survive if you give up. That's right. There's some things that you're going to let go of in your life. It's just a given, because you no longer can hold on to them. The things that you're holding on to, they're not serving you no purpose. In fact, they're getting too heavy. You can barely pick them up. You can barely hold on to. You're losing the grip. My nose is itching all of a sudden on both sides. That's spiritual. That's a spiritual thing. If it happens to you and you consider yourself a spiritual, that's a spiritual thing. When it starts itching, all of a sudden, when you start talking about things like that, whoo-hoo, that's right. That's right. You know, we need the motivation. Who was it on here? Someone on here told me, Gina, you seem a little down. We could use some a little bit of encouragement. I forget her name. And I responded to her comment, and I thought, you're right. You're right. We do need encouragement. Only the strong will survive. You're going to buy cake. Purple 888. I ate a piece of cake. I did. And I had some vanilla ice cream with it. I said I want it, so I ate it. That's right. Your ears started itching quite a bit lately. Oh, okay, are you strong enough to survive? Only the strong's going to survive. You got to be, you got to have that emotional fortitude up there, that mental fortitude up there. You got to be strong. And you know you're strong based on what you've been through in your life. And chances are you had to do it on your own because nobody was there to hold you up. You had to rely on your own strength in order to stand. Now, granted, we have God, and God does stand by us. Jesus stands by us. Sometimes people have no one. They had no choice but to stand because they were not going to give up. Even if you had to crawl, you crawled until you gained enough strength to stand. That's what it's going to come down to. Even if I have to crawl until I gain my strength, till I have the strength to stand on my own 2 feet. That's how it happens. And once you go through something like that, you'll be damned. You will be damned before you allow that to happen to you again. Excuse my language. It will not happen again. It will not. I'm not one to use that word. I use it now. You will not allow it to happen to you again because you know you're never, ever, ever, ever going to give up in that type of instance. You're better than that. You're stronger than that. You're not going to let somebody come and break you down. You're not going to do it. You are not a doormat. You're not. You're much stronger than you are. Even though that voice inside your head saying, you know what? You're weak. I heard someone say that to a woman once. It was another man. Yelled it at her. You're weak. I'll never forget that. It wasn't me. I heard a man yelling at another woman. They were an older couple. I thought, how dare you? Guess what? That woman is much, much more stronger than that man today. She never gave up, despite what she was told, despite what she went through. Have you noticed that a lot of women have learned to find their voice? They have learned that they can stand up, they can speak up. They too can be strong and sometimes much, much more stronger than the man. I have nothing against men. I don't like them doing people wrong. I do not. I don't like to see anybody be done wrong. No. Okay, I'm not going to get on there. You are. Hello. I love you too, Desiree. The bad energy, just plug your ears, you all. A lot of people, no. So now you ain't crazy. If you're on here and you survived what you went through, which probably was more horrific than most people themselves could have went through, oh, you know you're going to make it because you're not giving up. And the strength came from on the inside of you. You know that strength came from the inside of you. You had a determination that could not be shook. You had that. It was ingrained within you. And even though you may not have tapped into that, oh, you found it. It literally rolls through the surface when it came right down to it. It said, excuse me, get out of my way. Get out of my way. I don't care if I have to crawl. I'm going to make it to where I can stand on my own 2 feet. Because I'm not giving up and you're not going to break me. You're not breaking me. The world will try to break you. But there are many people who the world does not break. Some people the world breaks and they never recover. But then there are those who the world may break. It's like that pencil. But when you're put back together, oh, you're much stronger than ever. I like that comment. You're made of steel. You're made of steel. That's right. You're made of steel. Even though you got love on the inside of your being. That's right. You're stronger than you ever were in your whole entire life. And if you think you can't get stronger, you just wait. You just hold on because you're going to get a whole lot stronger before it's all said and done. We're going to let this world know what you're made of. You're going to let this world know what you're made of. You're going to let those people around you know what you're made of. All of those naysayers all of those elites up there, all of the elites up there who think that we are easily broken and we can't put ourselves back together. We can't be put back together. We're going to fall down on our face and we ain't even going to gather enough strength to get. No, they're going to find out. They are finding out. We're not as broken. Even though you try to break us, we're not that type. Oh no, we learn to bend and you can't break us. No matter what you do, you may feel that you broke us, but you ain't going to break us, because you know what you do? You awaken on the inside of our being a strength that is unbreakable. You cannot break us. You cannot break what's on the inside. You can't. They can't. You are. No, we ain't going to do it. Is it going to get tough? It's going to get rough. It's going to get tough. You're going to get tough. You're going to get tough enough to make it through. Is it going to be scary at times? Perhaps. But that's what it's all about. You're going to push through the scariness. You're going to push through that scariness. You're going to push through the hard times, even though they may bring you to your knees again. Yeah, guess what you're going to do? You're going to find your strength to stand again. You're going to, that's the type of mentality, emotional, whatever, that's what you got to have on the inside of you. You're not going to break me. You're not. You ever have somebody do that to you? They do something to you one too many times, or you've been through something one too many times at work, and then you say, that's it. You get up and you just say, no. You say, no, that's it. No more. You know you got a line. You know that you got a line that you have drawn, and when that time happens and that line gets crossed, that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. You got it. That's how it happens, you all. That's exactly how it happens. You may think, well, I don't have a line. You got a line. You got a line that's drawn. You know deep within your being that when push comes to shove, and when something crosses that line, even though you may not be aware of it, your spirit's aware of it, then you're going to really rise to the surface. You may not even be thinking about it. It can happen all of a sudden. It's not even in your mind. You never thought, well, I never thought I had a line drawn. You got a line drawn. You got a line drawn, and you're not mentally aware of it. But when it gets crossed, you become fully aware of that line that is drawn. That's what you become aware of. Then the real you steps into that person that you're supposed to be. That real you, and that real you is very fortified with strength and endurance. Everything you need. That real you is what's going into that future. That real you. You got much more strength than you realize. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this, you may think that you don't have that much strength. Listen to me, you got much more strength than you realize. And when it comes right down to it, that strength is going to rise up within you. It's going to rise up within you. And it's going to rise up within a whole lot of other people. You may see an entire army rising up at the same time. Right now we have groups and clusters of people rising up before this main army rises up. Right now you have groups, you have clusters of people, individuals. They are already rising up. But you're going to come to the point. It's going to get down to the point when you're going to have a line, a great big universal line, a great big spiritual line, a great big moral line that gets crossed. And then that's all she wrote. You're going to have an enormous army rising up against what's going on in this world. It's going to happen because they're not going to people are not going to put up with it. All the people are not going to put up with it before much longer. No, they're not. You're going to have the majority of the people think, you know what, that's it. I stood on the sidelines and said, I'm not that type of person. I don't do that kind of stuff. You're going to do that kind of stuff because the war is going to be brought to your doorstep, to your spiritual doorstep too. They're going to cross your spiritual boundaries, your moral boundaries. It's going to get crossed, and you are going to stand up and you're going to rise up. That's what you're going to do. You're not giving up. No, 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 no. Listen to me. If you're on this earth and you've made it through all that you've made it through, and some of this stuff is really, 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 really horrific, you know you're not the person who's going to give up now. You're not. In fact, you're going to be a role model for others. When they hear what you went through, you're going to be a role model, and they're going to think, well, they have if they could go through that, and here I am complaining about this little bitty thing that I went through, and look at them, they never gave up. And why? You ever wonder why some people are so strong? It's because what they went through. They went through a whole lot to get the strength that they have right now. They're going to go through a whole lot more. I'm going to go through a whole lot more. You're going to go through a whole lot more. We're all going to get stronger, whether you realize it or not. You're watching this video, you're going to get stronger. If you think, well, I don't know. Do you know what your future holds? No. But there is someone who holds your future. You're going forward. You're going forward because you're not going to give up. You are not going to give up. You're not. I've done ran my mouth. 21, too much, you all. And I did say the DAM word in this video probably 2 or 3 times. I got myself excited. I normally don't use language like that. I don't. But you know what? It's high time that you realize who you are and what your purpose is in this life. And even though you may not see it right now, I promise you, deep down inside of you, you got a purpose. And that time is going to come in your life where you're going to rise to that surface. And you're going to step into that person. You're going to know what your purpose is. You're not going to be the only one. You're not. You are not going to be the only one. No. We outnumber them. We outnumber who, Gina? The darkness. We outnumber the darkness. In case you didn't realize it, we do. And we don't stand alone. You're of the light. The light of God's love. That's what you are. You're of the light. The darkness is not of the light. It's in for a rude awakening. It really is, because it thinks that the majority of the people are just going to throw their hands up in the air and say, no, I just can't do it. I just can't. There's going to be those who don't even want to do it. They're going to throw their hands up and they're going to say, yes, 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 yes. No, no, That's right. You're going to answer that call when it comes. You are. You know it deep within your being. You're going to answer the call because you're going to hear it in your spirit. Your spirit will answer it because it's going to be a frequency call that is sent out to a massive amount of people, and you are going to answer that call. You're going to answer it. That's right. I'm done. I'm done. That's all I have to say. That's it. That's it, you all. Al, honey, are you on here? Did I see you on here, Al? Gina, you pulling up the wrong thing. I know I'm pulling up the wrong thing. Yeah, you got it on there big time. We got more souls thinking love. That's right, than hate. You got that right, Al. That's right. We got more love. We got more souls thinking love than hate. Hate's destructive. It's all it does. A path of destruction. There's no healing in it. None whatsoever. There's no healing power in hate. It's only destruction. So I would encourage you, get rid of the hate and embrace the love, because the love has the healing. And the love is going to sustain you, and it's going to carry you through. And the love is going to find the frequency of others who have the love within them. And it's connected to the light of God. The light of the source of all things. That's right. I'm going to go, you all. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. And if you have, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who has joined. You all, please give this video a thumbs up. I do like to encourage, Gina, but you ain't been encouraging lately. I had other things that got laid on my mind. But this is one of my strengths. I can encourage when the Spirit is within me. I can. Whew, that's right, you all. Gina, are you a quitter? Do I look like a quitter? I'm going to ask you, are you a quitter? Because you don't look like a quitter. You don't look like a quitter. You're saying, no, I'm not a quitter. That's right. You're not a quitter. That's right. You're not. Yeah. You going to go now. Fifth element, you go ahead and go. That's right. I'm going to go, you all. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. And that's right. It's just beginning, you all. Gina, how can you smile? Because we know how it ends in the end. We know exactly how it ends. We win. Despite the losses that may occur on both sides, despite the pain and all of that, we win. So is it worth it all in the end? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. It's worth it all. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Thank you, Al Honey. Thank you all for your comments. And please consider subscribing. And please give this video a thumbs up.